Your trauma is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility.
You ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real?
A bird born in a cage, think flying is an illness.
When we are in the path to healing, we must get rid of toxic baggage that is in our veins. These toxic traumas come from harms that has been done to us by the environment, by the people that we know, and even by strangers. So to heal, one must do acknowledge the pain and forgive the one that hurt them. Forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you. It's for your own peace of mind. It's literally saying, hey, it's not my baggage to carry. It's yours. You caused it. So I gave it to you so you can live with it. A moment where we stay in the past is a waste of living. The past could be our wisdom, but yet it could be our detrimental to our health. The past of the pain that we carry can cause similar pain in the present, because the body doesn't know the difference between the past, the present, and the future. When we live with this pain, we are causing harm to our body. A couple of days ago, I decided to write a letter to the people that have done wrong to me. In the beginning, as I was sitting writing these letters, a lot of triggers started triggering me. I felt the pain, even though I was in that situation. I sat down, I wrote the letters, I acknowledged the pain, I forgive the person that have done the worst to me, and I wrote a lot of papers. In that moment, I realized, wow, a lot of people have really hurted me. I don't know what I have done to them, but they have hurted me, caused pain in my life that put me into a vicious cycle of trauma. As I was writing the letters, I felt the pain like I was in that cycle again. I was easily angered because the body didn't know between the past and the present and the future. It felt like the body was going through that similar pain. I wrote the letters one by one. As I was writing, I remembered my hands was really getting tired because I was putting so much pressure on the paper. Just so much rage, so much anger. I wrote the letter. Now, I decided to burn it. Because the purpose of it is not to write the letter and send it to the enemy or the person that caused me the pain. The purpose was to write the letter and burn it so that I physically could see all this trauma diminish from my presence and my spirit. So I sat outside and I read all the letters that I had wrote one by one. As I read it, I thought about it, and then I burned it one by one. After the paper was gone and burned to ashes, I felt a sense of peace. But it wasn't the kind of peace that was making me breathe. It was kind of peace that was light. But the next few days, the body did not forget what had occurred. So I was back to being angered, lashing out, and finally, I had a breakthrough. It's like I flushed it out of my system. First, it was in papers, and second, it was in a physical, spiritual way. Once I flushed out, I felt really at peace. I felt my soul breathing. I no longer was holding on to the baggages. Now, once I had my breakthrough, a couple of days later, burning the papers, it came in full circle to understand that triggers are going to happen. Whether I have wrote it down and forgive them, memories are stored in the body, in the mind. So at some point, trigger's going to trigger it, you know? But I learned the power The power was to stay ground. These thoughts are not me anymore. I'm not in that place anymore. That's the thoughts that I kept telling myself when the traumas started to come to me. And since that I already burned it, when I already had a major breakthrough, emotional roller coaster a couple of days later, the trauma that was holding on to me was not lingering. So I learned a marvelous lesson. Forgiving is not for them. Forgiving is for me. It's for my own peace of mind, for my own tranquility. Once you climb up to that mountain of success, you must get rid of the past baggages. Since you cannot comfort those people that hurt you, even if you have comforted them, they're not going to acknowledge it. Because they probably have done the pain to you consciously, unconsciously. And even if you approach them about it, they're not going to give you a satisfied answer to heal the wound. Because now they caused it, but it's your responsibility to fix it. Although it seems like a lot of burden, it seems like the only way to release yourself from the trauma bondage. When I realized that if you're climbing up to the mountain and you are cutting down the baggages, you feel easier to climb up the mountain to success. That baggage no longer holds you down. You feel empowered. You have strength. But that doesn't happen right away. It takes time. And the beauty of time is, if you put the work, she will bless you with the result. Time is with us, but sometimes against us. It put us into a prison of pain, cycle, trauma, bondage. But if you acknowledge that time is there to teach you experience so that you can gain wisdom, you will learn that you'll be able to work with the process of life. The goal is to become so successful that your past doesn't define you. You define the future. All the pain that had happened to you was there because it was written. It was written to build you, to make you closer to your purpose. A lot of pain that happened in my life became a fuel for my success. I had a dream when I was young, when I was in a bad situation from these people, that one day I'm going to be the best version of myself. And it's that dream that kept me alive. I even have survival remorse. I lost a good friend of mine that was lost in abyss, that was lost in trauma. And sometimes I have this fear that if he was there and healed himself, that things would have been different. But again, I made it through, and I have survival remorse. But that's the process of life, right? Once we acknowledge that the pain is not us, but it's here to teach us, we can go further place that we could ever imagine, the beauty of the universe. As you go up, you must get rid of what's holding it down. And what's holding it down is the thoughts that was in you that created the traumas. You must let go of the thoughts. You must let go of the pain. And it's not easy. It's a day-by-day process. I don't wake up one day and say, oh, I'm going to forgive these people. I didn't. At one point, a couple of years ago, I said, oh yeah, I forgive them. But I didn't really. My heart was still at pain. I was still rationalizing all the pain that occurred to me that makes my blood boil, you know? That was years ago. I couldn't do it. Today, I forgive them from the bottom of my soul. Once I have done that, I felt lighter. I felt at peace because it wasn't for them. It was simply tell them that this is your baggage, not mine. I am free. You can keep it. You did it, not me. My forgiveness is for me. I did it for me. And that's a powerful thing. Because when you own up to the misery, they can't slow you down. It drives you. It drives to the grind. drives to the focus. It drives to find the dream. And sometimes the people that hurt us the most are the ones that are closest to us, the one that we're blindsided by, and those are the pain that hurt the most. When you acknowledge it and you accept for people who they are, you start to understand maybe they are human too. But I'm not here trying to repeat cycles. They want to live in that lifestyle where they're constantly putting bad energy out. I don't want to be a part of it. I could sit here and I could wish them one of the worst things that could happen to them, but that's not productive. Attracting bad energy towards me. I wish them the best. To fully see that sometimes we must separate the artist from the art. Sometimes we hate the art, but we admire the artist. Sometimes we hate the artist, but admire the art. We gotta be able to see the good and the bad side of the perspectives, even if it's painful, even if it's dreadful. Once we have that self-awareness though, it's like nothing could hold us back. The past cannot hold you back because you own up to it. You've done the work. You cannot stress this enough. The work will never stop. Self-improvement, the self-mastery, it's not going to stop because we're constantly evolving and changing. You get to be in a new level every time. And that's new wisdom that you would gain that you would not have gained if you haven't done the work. Forgive them. Write them a letter. Read the letter. Burn the letter. A couple of days later, you have your breakthrough and you finally release them. The pain is not your fault. Your healing is your responsibility. And that's what you must realize. Once you realize that, your focus will sharpen. You fall in love with the hustle, the grind, the motion, and the devotion. You become one with the highest power of all because you're not past. You're just here, experiencing the human experience. Forgive them. I promise you, it will make your life even better. You're doing it for you, not for them. What's up, everybody? I'm back again with another video. I'm dripping solid stones. Welcome, forgiveness. I know that your pain is not your responsibility, but your healing is. If you keep holding on to that anger, it's like drinking a poison, accepting the other person that caused you the pain to die. It's impossible. So let go of the pain, let go of the bitterness, and just forgive. You're doing it for yourself. Why let the past pain cloud the future? Because there's the highs and lows in life, but we must keep going up and up to see what life got for us. So I know you're in pain and it's hard to forgive those that caused us pain, but there's more brighter things in the future. You're gonna meet great people. You're gonna have great experiences, and this is not just the end. The whole purpose of this whole channel is I want everybody that's doing the shadow work to actually do the work and heal those things that they don't talk about. Trust the universe. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Until next time. This is on Mastermind Alliance with this type of channel and type of video. If it's your vibe, please like, comment, and subscribe. Water to my ear.